Hey, yo, what's poppin'? I'm happy it's Friday night.
It's Thursday, babe.
Well, we got another shitty day ahead of us. It doesn't end. I am so fucking negative. I got to keep on. It's my new shtick this year. I'm being negative.
It's the new shtick?
You got puppets. You should be happy. There's a puppet behind you.
I'm happy. It's a good night every night that I get to hang out with you guys. And before I jump in there, I'm going to turn this over to hit the chat to the one and the only Seawater 19.
Oh, man.
Social security number is 876-530.
Last number's 9. Let's just get the joke out of the way. There you go. I'm just thrilled with this chat. This guy, he loves him some bad news. We got Chris Barrett in the chat. How's it going, man? We also got my pal from Monday nights on Modern Men, Comic Man Andy, saying, what's good, y'all? How you doing, Andy? And then we got Samuel David. How you doing, man? Nice to see Samuel David. He's been in a lot of chats lately. That's awesome. And we got John's Comics with Kids. He had a hilarious show last night on the most whatever show on Wednesdays, period, or whatever the name of their show is called. But I still love that show. I just love busting our balls about it. But good show, guys.
Well, I guess we're going to go right over to Kat Wren and her half partner.
Better half.
All right.
No, better half. What you eating?
In Compton.
What were you eating?
What was I eating?
Uh-huh.
It was pizza wrap.
Pizza wrap.
Those are so good, man.
It's a pizza wrap with bacon and pickles. Yeah, he was eating the other half of mine.
Yep.
I want to give a shout out to Ben Compton, who's in the chat.
Man. Good to see you.
And the Stream Element Robot is in the chat.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yep.
Oh, man. Love that bot.
What's going on there, Drew Manchu?
I tell you what, man. I dropped a video today that I recorded yesterday with my good friend Jason Cantu, where we talked about Batman. And I was really happy with Batman this week. Got a lot of really great comics this week. But this is outside the issues, and we're going to talk about some things that are not comics tonight.
And we're going to talk with one of the best, the 19-time world heavyweight champion of the world, the Great Legend Show.
And it's great to be here on Outside the Issues. Kat has a great topic tonight. Before we get to the topic, of course, we'll talk about all those cool kick-ass things we've been doing outside of the issues lately. So I'm excited to be here.
So let's first off dive right into the main topic. This year, there was a Instagram post just yesterday. The guy has spent the past 2 decades in New England. Where's Tom Brady going? Wait. I'm sorry. This is the wrong kind of show.
The Washington Redskins.
Who's going to the unemployment line?
I'm joking, guys. We're not talking sports balls. It's up to
Playoffs.
Let's talk hot stove sports before the playoffs are even over.
All right, let's talk. So, Kat, what's going on? There is a question for you before you.
Oh, okay. Before I get into the topic for this evening, I am drinking a corkscrew with Tito's vodka and orange juice. But I'm
not a sponsor.
Done with it. Not a sponsor, but totally would accept one because I drink a lot of Tito's vodka in this house.
Mhm.
I drink a lot of vodka, period. But
It's vodka for dog people, but cat people like it.
Both of them. Vodka is just gloriousness.
Also, people named Cat.
Gloriousness.
Alcohol helps the pain go away.
It does, actually. It numbs all things. Okay, so moving on. The topic for this evening, I wanted to go into a discussion of just kind of undervalued and neglected shows. Things that people aren't talking about that they should be. Maybe they were, gone too soon and canceled at a first season. Shout out to my main here, the Great Legend live show, gone too soon. But maybe they just hadn't found their niche yet, or maybe they're just glorious and no one's ever heard of them before. So before we get on into what everyone's little things, I actually have a pick that the Mama Bear figures said she wanted featured on this. I've never seen this before, and it's Kolchak the Night Stalker.
Oh wow!
Whoa.
Damn.
Night
Uh,
back.
Not the remake. She pointed that out to me. She said, "Don't you dare tell anyone that I liked that piece of shit remake." Her words. I've never seen either, but she was very vehement about showing off this. So, shout out to Mama Bear Figures.
Mhm.
But my first pick for this whole kerfluffle is Vicious. So
Let's get her on the big screen real quick. I gotta see the girl on the big screen real quick.
Vicious right here, starring my boy Ian McKellen,
Yeah.
and as well as Sir Derek Jacobi, both sirs, both titled men, both very accomplished actors in their own right, and they play a married gay couple.
Nice.
And it's so funny, and the idea is that they're vicious to one another. Sorry, honey. That they're vicious to one another, and they have little quips back and forth. They have little bicker matches every single episode, but it's really funny. And I'm not gonna lie, because the first time I watched Vicious, I was unaware that their neighbor in the show is the same actor who plays Ramsay Bolton on Game of Thrones. And he's a completely different character in this. Like, he's so fun-loving and like goofy. And I'm just like, oh dude, I'm just picturing him with the sausage. But you know, the entire show, you'll die laughing if you watch this. It just had its second season come out a while ago, and it's pretty fantastic. Definitely, if you are at all a fan of like British comedy or British humor, this is definitely something to check out. But
That's freaking awesome.
it's pretty awesome.
How about Marky Mark?
I've never seen it.
Why are you hating on the Brits, man? Why are you hating?
Now you're lying.
I'm lying.
You're lying.
Well, I don't remember seeing it. Was I
Okay,
asleep?
do you have a pick?
A favorite movie?
No, I'm talking about TV show.
Oh, TV shows. I didn't watch much television, so no.
You don't watch much TV, man? What's wrong?
Before we jump to the next guys, we got to jump out to that chat.
Let's that chat.
John's Comics with Kid is saying, "Man, Legend is tripping me out with when he rocks that Amish beard." We also got,
you ain't seen nothing yet till you seen the video, man.
oh yeah, we got to put that in the description, please. We also
We can put it on the Comic Core Facebook page. It's an old throwback.
I might actually. Okay. So then we also got Bub's Comics is in the chat. What's going on, Bub? We've got Tom's comic book review. And I saw Fire Davis is in there.
Nice. Fire Davis is awesome. Yeah.
Fire Davis is all over the place lately, man.
And
him all over the place.
And DS.
Oh God, one of the
There
best
it is.
ever. I love it. I could just watch the guy clean comic books all day, talk Golden Age. Man, he's got it going on. Check him out on Tuesday nights, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Golden Guys, you know it's time when the Golden Guys love to rhyme, and they rhyme in that Golden Age, and they getting lit. But they're great people over there. Yeah.
So, Legend, what do you got, brother?
For me, I'm entering in some Borderlands 3 Echo Skin codes because if you don't enter in all these codes by tomorrow, I mean, tomorrow's the last day. So I don't know if like January 10th, you're screwed.
Really?
There's so many Echo codes, and it's on Borderlands 3. I'll put the link, maybe to Chad, and then Chad, you can put it in the Facebook page. But there are all these holiday skins. There's some gold keys. There's a legendary weapon and 2 Echo skins for your Echo device. They're all holiday tricked out, so freaking awesome. But so I've been watching on the DC Universe app, me and my wife, because just don't know if she'll have time to read it. We got to watch all 12 episodes, aka /12 issues of Watchmen, the motion comic. You know, the awesome hit story by freaking Alan Moore, art by Dave Gibbons, and then I think the colorist, maybe John Higgins, I can't remember. But man, freaking awesome. I've read the book twice. I've watched the motion comic once, and it's just a kick-ass way to, see the comic book in a whole new experience. And you can get that on the DC Universe app, or you can get it on Blu-ray or DVD.
Let you not.
all that good stuff.
I got a question for you about that motion comic.
Yeah.
Is there one narrator? It's just one dude.
One dude, man. One
And
dude.
he does the
narrating.
lady voice.
He does the ladies' voices, man.
Yeah, I couldn't get behind that.
I mean, once you get like you get past, or if you watch like say, yeah, right at first it's really weird, but we just got used to it and just accepted the fact that that's how it was going to be. And man, we got it watched, and it was kick ass. But so definitely great, great way.
Recast that and re-record the audios.
Re-record audio, get some different voices maybe. Another thing I've been doing is airing out this bad boy. This is the volume 1 Popeye the Sailor here. Very cool. It's the 1933 to 38. These are the Fleischer studios. Max Fleischer, Dave Fleischer, the brothers, man. The brothers like no other, doing it better than Disney. That's for damn sure. They had 3D motion effects. They had so much cool stuff. If you've played a video game known as Cuphead, they took a lot of their influences from the Fleischer studios, who were known back in the day for doing the old Betty Boop cartoons. But EC Cigar had a little deal with them that they wanted to bring Popeye to the silver screen. That they did. Paramount Pictures would release these before they would play a film, for the Saturday, Sunday matinees. When you go to the film, watch about 2 movies, you get a couple of these cartoons in front of the movie. Just freaking awesome. This volume 1 is over 60 theatrical shorts on 4 discs. This is DVD. They don't make this one in Blu-ray, but if you can get this on Amazon, you'll be glad you did, because this is the first, and they have volume 2, volume 3. Very cool. I'm going to do a video on these eventually on the Great Legend Show, but freaking awesome. And let me see what else. Oh, this probably has the greatest Popeye the Sailor documentary you're ever going to see. It goes from all the way of, Thimble Theater, which was 1919 to 1929. And I say that because 1919, it was, they had each character, the main characters were Olive Oil and her family, Coal Oil, her father, Castor Oil, her brother, the mom, I can't ever remember, but another oil, right? And then they have Ham Gravy, which was Olive's boyfriend at the time. And what they did was they took all of these characters from Thimble Theater, but they used them like they were actors. So they may play, do a Shakespeare storyline or, something like that. But you could definitely tell the influence of the stories for back in the days. And they would do that. But in 1929, Castor Oil and Ham Gravy were going on a boat ride, and they needed someone to take them because they didn't know how to captain a ship. So they had this Popeye the Sailor showed up in the strip, right? Okay, I'm talking newspaper strip, but hey, newspaper strips are outside the issues because they ain't comic books. And then so freaking popular in 1929 that in 1930, Cigar, the guy, he got the deal with Max Fleischer Studios, and dude, the rest is freaking history. Very good, very violent for its time as well. So Popeye the Sailor, one of the best, man. So I've watched all of disc 1. I watched the Olive Oil documentary. I watched an EC Cigar of the guy that did the Thimble Theater newspaper print, and I've got this. And one more last thing I got to say about this is this basically, to me, is the very first superhero. I know he didn't have a cape and, didn't have the red tights and all that stuff and the S on his chest. But when you're eating spinach, you're the best. And that's Popeye the Sailor, man. MFers, because this was the first. It wasn't no Action Comics #1. It was Thimble Theater in 1929. Popeye the Sailor. Suck them freaking spinach suckers. Comic book mother.
What a filibuster legend. I'm not even mad at that. It was so informative.
I'm dropping the mic.
Entertaining.
I had a mic to drop.
I'll tell you what. I know more about Popeye and his origins now.
I got to get back into Borderlands 3 codes.
You got to get them codes in there, man.
I know. Then I got
a great piece of entertainment there.
I got to log him in on my son's account because he's at 1917 tonight, but I couldn't miss Outside the Issues. So my dad and my son are watching 1917. I'm here live on YouTube because that's the place to be. Ain't that right, Drew, man? Choo.
You know it.
Back to you.
Yeah, Drew. So what do you got? One and done. What's your greatest one and done TV show?
See, it's actually a one and done. It's a 2 and done, but the seasons were so short. It was an Adult Swim cartoon. A lot of people know C-Lab 2021. A lot of people know Archer on FX, but not a lot of people know the bridge between the two, and that is Frisky Dingo. Frisky Dingo. When you were talking now,
I remember that show.
I remember that now.
And I got season 2 here as well. Both of these are 13 episodes, right? But they're 15-minute episodes with commercials. So they're like 11-minute episodes. So you can like sit down and watch one of these seasons as a movie. They're absolutely hilarious. It's the 3030 Studios guys, or 7030 or whatever the hell they call themselves. I can't find the thing on here. This is just really great. It's the story of Awesome X, who's a superhero. He's kind of like Iron Man with a bunch of stormtroopers, and this is the villain Killface, and the villain Killface has this plan where he's going to use the Annihilatrix, which is a giant rocket pointing down, and he's going to set it off, and he's going to push the Earth into the sun. And it's fantastic. Yeah. Really great comedy throughout. And in season 2, he runs for president. Because when he turns the Annihilatrix on, spoiler alert, it actually pushes the Earth a foot away from the sun, and that cures global warming. So this is great.
Damn, that's awesome.
Check it out.
Chris Barrett in the chat is saying Frisky Dingo is on Hulu.
Is Frisky Dingo on Hulu? Nice. If it's on Hulu, everybody has no excuse not to get my references in a week or two. I'm just saying.
I'm going to be watching that tomorrow, by the way, Drew.
That's how you get ants. That's Archer.
We got a big shout out to Area 51, who is out there. But I got 2 shows. I actually have 2 shows. I was excited about this. And I'm going to give you guys. The first one is about a deceased street musician who returns to life and must restore the balance between good and evil to be reunited with his dead girlfriend. Do you guys know what it is?
Yeah, it's called The Crow.
Yeah, Crow, Stairway to Heaven.
Damn!
It was a show?
Oh, my God. It was really, really good.
Was that a show?
Yeah.
What was that on?
It was on in 1998 and 99. So it's only one season, and it had
was it on Fox?
It was like on USA.
Yeah, I feel like it was like a TNT show or something. It's definitely a basic case.
And this is where I always lean on Carson. The main actor, Mark Dacascos.
Mark Dacascos of America fame.
Yeah. He plays the Crow. And I thought it was pretty badass. The other show, let me take that down. The other show, here's the synopsis. A high school mathlete starts hanging out with a group of burnouts while her younger brother navigates his freshman year.
Parker Lewis can't lose.
Oh, I loved Parker Lewis. I should have said that, but no, unfortunately, we got Freaks and Geeks.
I never watched that. I found it annoying the first couple of times I tried, and I was like, meh.
But if you look back now, I mean, damn, this like
those 3 guys on the left are really good, and the 3 guys on the right are the freaks.
I mean, so yeah, there you go.
Huh.
Damn.
I recognize everybody. Linda Cardellini, it's Hawkeye's wife.
We also have.
TJ the Snapdragon says that The Crow was in syndication.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, just like old Lorenzo Lamas, the Renegade, and Xena the Warrior Princess.
I actually like
Kevin Sorbo's Hercules. All those are great shows.
Wasn't it Highlander too?
Duncan MacLeod.
Highlander, yeah.
That was a good series.
And then they crossed over with the movie.
And that pirate sword, right, Woodard?
So we got real comic book talk in the chat. What's going on, guys?
I love them, man. Real comic book talk, man. Baltimore's finest, and Drew too.
We got TJ the Slime Dragon. I wish I had that like Mood J. Silver Age Dave and Area 51 still up in there. All right, Carson, you're up, my friend.
Man, I'm just laughing at Bubs reacting to your He doesn't like that Bebo. But anyway.
Bubs in there. Bubs comics in there.
Yeah, oh yeah, we got Bub's comic.
I love Bub, man.
He doesn't like that Bebo though. But anyway,
I'll take him out.
Bebo gimmicks, man.
I don't think my series is a one and done. They tried to be a two and done because it was from that Fox Friday Night Death slot in the 90s. So Fox, oh my God, like they had like
You talking about the Silk Stockings?
show. That was USA after Raw in the 90s. I almost thought about saying Silk Stockings as a joke, but I never legitimately stayed up that late.
Oh,
But
God.
from the makers of Mantis and I think Stranger Days, and there's so many other shows I've forgotten the name of that I watched this time slot, and even X-Files. X-Files is the only show that succeeded in this time slot, basically. And even Dollhouse. But I think the one I gotta pick is Sliders.
Oh, that's good stuff, dude.
Didn't Sliders go for more than 2 seasons?
It did because Sci-Fi picked it up after I think,
Okay.
2 or 3. Fox tried to kill it as fast as they possibly could after season 2, but Sci-Fi is like, man, we love this show. We're picking.
Mr. Mallory.
Yeah, oh yeah, you had John Rhys Davies.
Yeah, he was always like, Mr. Mallory. Come on, Professor.
Rembrandt Brown.
Crying Man. Yeah, Rembrandt Brown, the Crying Man. Man, that's a good show, dude.
Yeah, that show is a lot of fun. I remember I watched
That's
the
good.
premiere of it, and like the first thing like that's wrong in the universe he can't get home from is the lights turn red instead of green when they have to go, and they're honking at him and everything. And I'm just like, what a goofy show. But I came back for the second, the third episode. I'm like, I was hooked. So I absolutely love Sliders. And then I was actually going to mention Freaks and Geeks, but I also got a shout out Undeclared since you talked about that. It's also one of those
No, Fox Death Slides.
Yeah, that's right. It was in the Fox Death Slot as well. I forgot. I didn't actually watch it at the time because I was in college. I didn't watch any TV. But
You mentioned Dollhouse. I forgot about that show. That
I
show
forgot
was
about
pretty darn
Dollhouse.
good, man.
it's like the unsung Joss Whedon show that it didn't live up to that same quality as Firefly did, and Angel and
Got
Buffy.
more
I know you
episodes
love
than
it,
either than Firefly did.
You know you were a good show, honestly. If you think about this, you were a great show if you came on at 11:05 on the USA Network after Raw on Monday nights.
That's
Like,
G versus E, yeah.
classic, man. Freaking
I
classic.
remember when those guys actually appeared on Raw as their characters. It was pretty fun.
and how many wrestlers ended up being on that show?
All of them.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going to talk about wrestlers making guest appearances, we can't go without talking about Thunder in Paradise.
Oh god, I thought we were talking about underrated shows, not terrible.
back on topic.
Hulk Hogan on a boat.
Was Edge on Highlander?
Hogan on a boat, man. Honestly, if you would have just said it's Hogan on a boat, more people would have watched it.
Hogan.
You know
Try to-
about that show, like his buddy in that show, I thought for like 2 episodes straight was like Bruce the Barber Beefcake, but luckily they didn't cast him because he can't act. So
No, they only cast other wrestlers as like the heavies, so like they'd always be the guys that got beat up.
there is one more show I kind of wanted to mention. It's probably at the time it wasn't underrated at all, but I think over time I'm surprised no one else has talked about this show at all. It doesn't get a lot of buzz, and that's the remake of Battlestar Galactica. I think it's a phenomenal show. It's one of my all-time favorite shows, but I don't know. I think just the series finale soured some people to the point where they just don't want to talk about it. But I think like it's such a high-quality, great show that it should be talked about more. So another pick for underrated, in my opinion.
Carson, how about that Riverdale, though? We're Riverdale.
Riverdale's huge. Legend.
I love that.
Really
shit, man.
off subject.
All right, yeah, sorry. These are the shows that aren't the shows that are the C-list shows. Basically,
Everyone.
Eddie would call these the C-list shows. Even though they pretty damn good, they just don't have all the hype that the other shows have. So,
tell you what was-
kick-ass topic.
I
For
also
me.
want to mention Torchwood on BBC America back in the day.
Torchwood was a really great Doctor Who spinoff.
Yeah,
And it spells Doctor Who backwards.
yes, it does.
But also,
I
If
have a
you-
show that even Legend.
but I think the
Oh,
chat
I
has
think
some,
I watched the YouTube clip finally.
I think the
Not-
chat
not
has
that
some.
one, but yeah.
Oh, not that one.
So Samuel Davis says Highlander was real good. Jack O says Tales from Gold Monkey and Tour of Duty were my childhood faves.
Okay.
We've got Fox still has Friday Night Death slot. Raising Hope, the Flash original,
Oh yeah, my grandma loved the original Flash.
Yeah. That was a fun show.
and Star Trek Deep Space Nine is overshadowed by the Next Generation.
Oh, Next Generation's so good.
And you know what else is underrated is Voyager. I love Voyager.
I liked Voyager too. Probably my favorite Star Trek.
I actually like the one. What is it? Orwell.
That's good. There's even a comic series for it.
Orwell.
Oh,
I,
by that
think
quantum leap and good stuff.
it's funny as
Good
hell.
stuff.
All right, Kat. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
You're
interrupt.
fine. You're fine. So, way back in my
Night,
my
TJ.
days, the mid 2000s, there was a little show that came out that starred puppets that wasn't made for children, and it also starred a Seth Green and a Eugene Levy,
Oh, the rabbit.
and that's Greg the Bunny.
Damn.
Greg the Bunny has tried so many times to be picked up. He's had his own official rip-offs of major films. Even Warren the Eighth, as you see right there, had his own failed spin-off from Greg the Bunny, starring Rosina Paziano from Nerdy Nummies here on YouTube. That got canceled really quick. But Greg the Bunny, my dears, has brought so much joy to the Cat Wren figures household, especially including such terms as fabricated American and whether or not the S word is a slur against fabricated Americans.
What shit?
No,
Stuffed.
sock.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And it's okay. Lawrence isn't in the room.
Whoa. You're dropping a hard K on that sock.
Talking
But-
about socks when I was a teenager. Never mind. Go on.
So much fun. They make fun of everything from, of course, the Muppets and mine and Legend's favorite, Sesame Street.
Oh, I love that stuff.
We have some Count Blah in here counting. You're shining it.
Well, you can talk with
Blinded
your hands now.
everyone. And we had a young Sarah Silverman, before she was so into herself. But I think it's fantastic. It's really funny if you've never had a chance to actually check it out. Greg the Bunny, hilariousness, very raunchy, and I love it.
Did Mark watch it?
Mark, have you ever seen Greg the Bunny?
Mhm.
See, he saw this one.
Mark getting some TV time in.
Mark, yeah, when he's outside the box.
Outside the box, man. This is outside the issues. This ain't no outside the box, Mark. That's right.
You gotta go back
Well, am I
later.
in a box right now?
You will be.
All right.
Cage. Next con.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
That's
We're just gonna stick you in a cage.
well, guys. I mean, there's a couple things that if we're going to continue and going down, but there's a couple things that have been breaking recently.
Trailer
and
Park Boys was a good show.
was a phenomenal show.
That was a good show. Juice, that was a good movie. Deep Blue Sea, a shark ate me.
Carson, help.
Where the hell did that come from? But anyway,
Shadows.
He just
is-
reminded
Cat,
me of
what's
Samuel
going
L.
on in the
Jackson.
cat, Carson?
Still need to watch it. You know what else is a good show? The IT Crowd, that stars the same character that's in the Shadows. He's a vampire in the Shadows, and he's the boss in the IT Crowd, and he is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna get the wife to watch that show. It looks freaking awesome. I watched the best of on YouTube, and it looks so damn cool.
We just marathoned it here.
So
That-
I wanted to bring this show up. The Killing. If anybody did not
I love
watch
this show.
Killing on
Mhm.
AMC, it was on AMC during an era of AMC being so great, and this show kind of fizzled out. It ended up on Netflix and it finished up and had a really great ending to it. But it was the tagline of "Who Killed Rosie Larson?" Was one murder mystery for the entire first season. It was fantastic television.
There turned out to be two Rosies. One was last name Larson. The other one was Palm.
Thanks, Chad.
It's a
On
bad
a
joke.
really great show.
I
You're
just
giving
thought
us a really bad joke.
You know what? FX has produced some good shows, and there's one show that I heard that is still coming out in 2020 that is going to cause comic books to spike, and that is Why the Last Man.
Monkey on a shoulder.
Ampersand. He's angry.
So, I mean, that news came out today, actually, from FX said that it's going well. They've got 6 in the can, and it's still projected to have a 2020 release.
I'll put 6 in your can.
That's pretty awesome. You know, like sometimes there's so many shows that, you know, come out due to things in the comic book world. And one of me and Kat's favorites, Kat, how would you feel if they did a Commandy TV show?
Yes. Yes. You have to cast him correctly, but yes.
I think if they cast him, then the rest could just be,
in my opinion.
Yeah, they could be, and then you just get different animal actors, you know, to play the characters around him, like Dr. Canis and the Boxster guy or whatever his name is. But I think that would be a good show. Catrin, what do you think? All they need to do is put the blue jean shorts on him?
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I watch The Voice occasionally with my mother, and there was a contestant a few years ago who ended up leaving the competition for whatever reasons. And
Clay Aiken.
no, he was 17 years old, and he had glorious blonde hair.
Steve Aiken.
And he was from Hawaii. I cannot, for the life of me, think of the name of this kid, but I screamed
Uso
like
Aiken.
a little girl and pointed at the screen. I said, "Oh my God, that kid's Commandy. 100% looked exactly like him. Put him in the jorts now."
Hell yeah!
I don't know if you guys know this or not.
And he can
There's
sing.
already a Commandy TV show. It's on every Wednesday night on TNT. It's called AEW, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry is Commandy.
Never.
Nope.
And I like Jungle Boy, but
Nope.
never. Not my Commandy. Hashtag not my Commandy.
Hashtag not my Commandy. Hashtag never gonna happen.
Yep.
He's beautiful.
He's Luke Perry's son.
He's
Yeah,
beautiful.
no shit.
Beautiful.
And Orange Cassidy likes orange juice. What do you think, Carson?
I got a show. I know you like some Skeets, some Skeet Ulrich. How about Jericho?
Yeah, I've only seen a little bit.
That's one that CBS tried to kill like 20 times over. Like, if you guys hadn't seen it, basically a nuke goes off and it just kills all the communication in the States. And there's this like medium-sized town named Jericho where you get to see them like try to figure out how to survive. And they end up, making like a salt mine and becoming like a big deal where they're at. And there's all this like the dude from Walking Dead, I forget his name. He's like this character who worked for the government, and he's kind of in on what's going on. And he's the only one who knows, why a bomb was dropped, and they figure out if it's an inside job or not. And just a lot of cool stuff going on in that show. But they canceled it after the first season. And like, there was just like this like hardcore group of fans that was so angry. I think they sent like a bag of screws to CBS, and they're like, why are they sending us screws? But so many people said it, they could have built like a house, I guess. So they made a season 2, and then just kind of made a little mini finale out of it there. But I really like Jericho.
My dad watched all of Jericho, and he was always like, you need to watch it. And we watched like the first, he rewatched it with me, but I only got through 2 or 3 episodes, but it was damn good. I need to go back and watch it.
And recently, I mean, the other thing is, there's a lot of shows. If we're talking about one and dones, there was a really good one and done that just ended, and it was The Watchmen.
Oh God,
Yeah, that was
show
great.
was so good, dude.
I'm gonna have
Drew, you like that show?
I love that show.
Oh yeah,
I'll tell you what, that was my show of the year. If you watched the Stashies, but you didn't watch the Stashies.
Gone too soon, dude.
Hey,
I
I
wasn't
was shout
invited
out
to the
Real
Stashies.
Comic Book Talk. It says Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. A lot of people left midway through the second season. It became great. I'm going to tell you what, he's absolutely right. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a redeemable show. I think it's better than anything that's on the CW, even though it doesn't have as many actual superheroes on it It's extremely well
Anthony, man,
produced.
don't be disrespecting Anthony because the CW is me and Anthony's favorite.
It's all right.
Arrow.
I'm showing some love for Agents of Shield because there's some really great effects on that show as well that are more grounded and remind me a lot of the MCU and it adds a lot of really great ambiance to your television viewing.
Yeah, there was a cool storyline
the CWs
that they had in Agents of Shield, like because they had to like react to what the movies were doing. So when Captain America: Winter Soldier came out, and like all of a sudden they're like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna kill Shield." They're like, wait a minute, we got a show that's called Agents of Shield on the air, and it's like, well, how are they gonna react to that? And actually, it was a really cool storyline where one of them turned out to be Hydra. And the rest of them had to like come together and figure out like who all was Hydra and who all was Shield. And in my opinion, that's when it was like the end of the season too. So like the last 3 episodes of the first season, I think that's the best Agents of Shield.
And like Real Comic Book Talk said, y'all give us some shows. If you're watching this live, give us some shows, give us some ideas. And because this is outside the issues, and even though it's outside, you can always be inside. And we got Swamp Thing, Chad.
Yeah, another one and done.
Thing.
But before we jump into Swamp Thing,
Blue Devil.
this is
Phantom
something.
Stranger.
I think it's been like loosely announced, but Agents of Shield is spawning into this.
Yeah, Sentient World Observation Response Department.
Schwartz.
Kind of
So-
melty.
A lot of the characters from the Shield show are going to be, I guess, going on to crossing over onto Nick Fury's ship on Sword.
Heroes is getting some love in the chat from Area 51.
Heroes was great.
Heroes kept doing the same thing over and over again. It had potential going into season 2, and they squandered all of it. I did like the dude who showed up in season 2, the British immortal guy. He was badass. Hero, all of his greatness and his arc was wrapped up in the first season, and then
I like that carnival suit and that Ray Park throwing them knives.
That's what.
Here's the thing, and this is I'm gonna do a little filibustering. That genre, that era of TV, you had Heroes, you had Sopranos. That was all out during that time. There were a lot of really good shows that took a really big hit on the writer's strike.
That's true. Lost and Office. Wasn't Office in there too?
Sopranos took a major hit, and then we ended up with one of the worst fucking endings of all time on a great TV series. And Heroes, they just missed an entire
on their wheels.
And then all of a sudden, the girl just jumped off and exposed herself. And then she married a Russian UFC boxer, and I think she's now in endangered, some kind of like
species or something,
like a prisoner.
She might have died giving birth to that
She's
giant
on
baby.
Nashville.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Hayden Patrice.
And then
PTR.
the other one turned into Spock. Cyrus turned into Spock.
Yeah,
right?
that's right, dude. He did. Got famous with
Yeah.
Spock, didn't he?
And then the other guy did.
Abrams love right there.
And he was also in
Played Hiro Nakamura.
Peter Pacelli
Was on the Meg. He was in that for a little bit.
yeah.
Rocky.
Peter Petrelli is Peter Petrelli, whatever. He's on that This Is Us show. That dude is paid. He's got that NBC nighttime.
And his brother from that
money.
show, his brother on that show ended up on Shield as some B-rated character.
How about that
wait,
Amish man show?
Hey, wait a second. His brother will make one comment while Heroes, while Real Comic Book Talks here. You know, they said that the
Agent
characters
Carter,
that
was a
we
good show.
talked about on Friday night weren't even C characters; they were E and F characters. I'm like, what?
That was mean.
We didn't talk about Green Lantern. He's a C-list character.
Hey,
He said like Booster Gold's an F character.
No. Booster
I mean,
Gold was
Howler
just the
Mouse would agree.
star
Howler Mouse hates
of-
Booster.
He was just the star of a maxi series or mini series. It was like 9 issues, right? Heroes in Crisis. He was just the star of a major event at DC. He's at least a C-list character.
So, but back to the Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing getting canceled sucked. But I actually have a feeling that it's going to come back on. I think a lot of the CW. Okay, so first off, I read that all the shows on the DC universe are not coming back. None.
None of them.
Sucks.
They going to the HBO
They're
Max, ain't they, Chad?
all going to HBO Max, except
Damn.
for Stargirl, which will be on the CW. So
Who gives a shit about Stargirl?
Jeff Johns does, but
Yeah,
Who gives a shit
More
about
comics
Jeff
on
Johns?
there, right, Carson? They better put some more comics on that damn
You
app.
know
man.
what?
They
It's
That app's
starting.
going away.
It's starting
I
to
stand on
blend.
Reddit.
Company's going away.
Rick Basinger, give her a chance, okay? She was in that
motherfucker.
god awful 47 meters uncaged, the sequel for like 15 minutes. That was her first real big production, and she was super proud of it. And that movie sucked. Let's give the girl a chance, okay? Because she was not working with a whole hell of a lot in that shark movie.
Wonder Woman's
Fall
a C
Guy,
minus.
Eric,
Booster Goals a C plus.
Area 51 said Fall Guy. Is it the new
Okay.
Fall Guy or the old?
I'm-
Oh, I know
Fall
the Simon. That's classic, dude.
All
Me
right,
and my grandmother watched that show.
at MacGyver.
What about
Hey,
the Cape? Anybody watch the Cape?
a show that has
That's
gone too
Scarecrow, Mrs. Kane. What,
I should-
Catherine? What's the Gone Too Soon show?
a show that is very gone too soon that both Mark and I loved. That was Downward Dog.
Oh,
So,
downward dog,
downward
yoga.
Dog. No, it had nothing to do with yoga.
You guys like the Downward Dog?
Shut up. Anyway,
No comment.
It had a single
about
woman and her dog. And you might think, oh, talking dog show. No, it was just the dog's inner thoughts
Oh,
going through his owner's life. And it was really cute. Anyone who's a dog person watching this campy ass show of this dog constantly thinking about everything that his girl's doing, like, oh, this, that, whatever. And he pals around with this guy, and we learned a lot of really funny quips out of it, like ball tease. Don't ever be a ball tease to a dog.
Give me a ball tease to anybody.
Yeah.
But super cute show, very campy, and did not get a season 2, unfortunately. Broke my heart because that was one of those shows I had to watch every time it came out. It was a guilty pleasure. It was not like, A-list type show, but definitely fun. A lot of fun.
Cat Ren, another one of my just all-time guilty pleasures is Riverdale. Do you have any other like guilty pleasure shows you like that are just so guilty?
I love the IT Crowd.
Guilty
'Cause,
pleasure.
You definitely get to ask, like, oh, well, is it plugged in? Have you tried turning it on? And we've got an IT department at my work.
Mm-hmm.
They're just that sarcastic with me because I'm constantly having computer problems. But my computer at work is a dinosaur. So, it's pretty old.
Pretty old school. Area 51 brought up Alf. Alf, classic alien life form, classic show. My dad was showing my oldest son Alf. Like it was on one of the Netflixes or Hulu's or one time, and they were binge watching Alf before. That's a classic.
Project Alf, the movie.
I hadn't seen the movie. We're talking about. You don't know about the old Alf. You know about Alf.
All about Alf.
I just making sure.
All about Alf. But
Yeah.
you need to show him the movie.
The Project Alf movie.
If you watch,
Is it a documentary type movie?
No. Okay. So if you just watch Alf, to the very end, he's caught by the military and the government. And the idea is they're just going to do experiments on him, and he's just going to be dissected, and it's going to be horrible.
Damn.
And that was a very tragic ending for a lot of people. So years later, they came out with a made-for-TV film called Project Alf, which is one of the highlights of my childhood. Still love it. Watched it so many times, even though it was very inappropriate for my age group. But Project Alf,
1996. I saw it on the
it's
wiki.
fantastic. If you've
I'll have
never
to try
seen
it
it,
out.
highly suggest checking it out. It's Alf actually being tested on, experimented on, whatever. They're just doing like word association,
Poked and prodded and things of that nature.
and
Most
like he's not being dissected or anything. And it's just it's a military person who's trying to actually help Alf and trying to help him escape, trying to help him survive. Area 51. Do not judge me. The Waltons.
Got John Boy.
So I got something here real quick, and there was a movie that led into a TV show, and FX has just released season 2 release date, and I wanted to get Kat's opinions on it. What We Do in the Shadows conjures up season 2 release date of April 15th.
Oh, I love What We Do in the Shadows. Okay, so I know What We Do in the Shadows has been something else previous to this. I don't know if it was a show before or a movie.
It was a movie.
I've never seen the movie. However, I started watching What We Do in the Shadows the other day because I saw that it was on Hulu. It was available on Hulu.
It's awesome.
And I marathoned that in about a day and a half, like on top of like working and everything. I watched it with you.
Some of it.
Whatever. Anywho, it stars a small coven of vampires and their human familiars, and it's super campy and it's so much fun, and I just know Legend would love it so much. It's them and their daily lives, and there's literally a film crew that's following them around in order to try to
Oh shit! What did he just do? He's gonna get messed up.
Muted me. Anywho, there's literally a film crew that's trying to follow them around to make either a documentary or a reality show based on them, and their film crew either gets eaten or locked inside of tunnels or any number of things. It's actually pretty funny what happens to them.
I like that one scene in the store where he wants his familiar to buy a lot of the glitter because he wants to look like the Twilight vampire.
Yeah.
That was great.
Great show. Based on a great movie, too.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
He's like,
Great
no,
movie.
He's like, do not pay with that plastic. That is worthless. He's like, here. And he throws a coin at the cashier. He's like, did you just throw some foreign currency at me? He's like, and like smacked him in the face with it.
Dude.
Perfect for
so
any
fucking
fans of Thor Ragnarok, because it is Taika Waititi who's producing that show and directed the movie. Fantastic stuff there.
He starred in the first one, right?
He was in it.
Yeah, and
It's still Jermaine was the main character.
Sci-Fi put an ad up today on Facebook, one of those targeted ads, because they know I like comic stuff, and they're like, Christian Bale hanging up the cow to be in Thor Love and Thunder. It's like, I'm thinking to myself, this motherfucker hung up the cow years ago. I ain't a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? It's like, I hate those targeted ads.
Like 8 years.
That's a different show. Oh, it's one of my wife's favorite shows.
That's one of my guilty pleasures right there.
I knew it was one of your guilties. You love it.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, Drew, real question now.
What?
Who should Rory end up with?
She should have been with the blonde dude at the end. The rich kid. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, you and I.
Yeah, the rich kid that was like, let me take care of you. And she was like, I want to do my own thing. It's like, all right, you dumb bitch. Go ahead. Do your own thing. Be broke. But I didn't watch the extended Netflix part.
8 season.
I did not watch that.
It'll depress the shit out of you.
I probably won't. I don't care that much. I just found it to be incredibly well written. And the creator and main writer of that is doing a new show on Amazon called The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. If you have not checked out Mrs. Maisel yet, that is a really, really freaking good show with a lead character who is smart, funny, and absolutely gorgeous as well. Really great show.
So,
another guilty pleasure that nobody's talking about right now, and it's a great show. I'm trying to find it. Oh,
the original Charmed.
Hold on, I'm gonna go get my jacket.
Okay,
you're gonna get that Charmed.
I'm gonna cut in here. A Netflix original that was canceled after its first real segment, unfortunately, and that is The Curious Creations of one Christine McConnell. So if you haven't seen it, it is definitely one of my biggest guilty pleasures. It's her baking creations. She's making stuff. Dita Von Teese is featured in it. She's got puppets from the Jim Henson factory throughout. And
she's got some Dita Von Teese, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's pretty.
Come on.
They were both very.
Chad's wearing that Longmire jacket.
But
No,
boy.
not Longmire, my man. I'm trying to get a picture with it.
Get that Kevin Costner jacket.
I'm trying to find. I'm trying to get the actual. Well, it's a screen. Yeah, it's from Yellowstone.
Damn, that's another one of my wife's favorite shows. We've done 3 of my wife's favorite shows in a fucking row.
Yellowstone is really, really good, and
Jellystone. Hey, Yogi.
it's essentially it's cowboys version
Cowboys
of
in the Big Neck
Sopranos. So it's pretty dope.
Travelers, dude. Tell me about some Travelers. Does anyone watch Travelers?
The Travel Channel. I've watched that.
Oh no, it's on Netflix, man. I gotta check that out, dude.
I have
I
no
like,
if it's time
I like
travelers.
Curse of Oak Island. You guys
Oh,
like Curse of Oak Island? Curse of Oak Island's a good show.
How about how about
Wyndham Mallory.
they're bringing back Saved by the Bell?
Mark doesn't like Curse of Oak Island.
Marcus Brody.
Mark, have you ever watched Curse of Oak Island?
Coming with you. You go.
You
to
should,
the-
man. It's this island where they're searching for treasure.
Mark reminds me more of what's that show? Turtle Man.
He remind me of
This
that
is like
Bear
Turtle
Grylls.
Man with treasure.
Bear Grylls out in the
I like
forest.
Letterkenny in this household.
Letterkenny is good.
Letterkenny is some good nonsense.
Yeah,
Did you see they dropped the new seasons on Hulu?
yeah, I did. I haven't watched them yet. It's
I've
on my
watched
to-do
part-
list.
I won't ruin it for you. They also have Little Letterkenny on there, which is animated.
That sounds awesome.
Carson, you got any guilty pleasures up
To be
there?
fair,
Oh God.
I know you like the newsstand, but this outside.
Carson, you've been eating too much sugar cereals.
No, he's 10 ply.
Carson been eating them cereals from the 80s like that Droids cereal.
Droid
Remember that old cartoon Droids?
You ever get the Super Mario like Legend of Zelda cereal, or it was like the box was split, and then you had both of the NES games on the side. But anyway,
Damn.
It's the same cereal. One bag of cereal.
Captain Lou Albino, Super Mario.
Two
The
advertisements.
brothers.
Yo,
yeah, oh God, I guess there's a guilty pleasure show. They're freaking
There's
Super
that Mario
Mario.
Luigi wearing cowboy hats. The brothers. I'm just
Yeah, one time, like my buddy bought the DVD of that, and we watched
Oh my
3
God.
episodes in a row. And I actually felt physically ill after watching 3 episodes.
Captain
of the
Lou is
Super Mario.
Mario, dude.
Here's a guilty pleasure. I got Carson to watch this, and I don't know if they're making another season or not. But this show,
Yes. Yes.
this show,
That show was
yet.
fantastic.
it was awesome. Essentially,
That was a good show.
it's
Mark watched it.
Walking Dead meets
Ferris
Bueller meets
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto meets Mad Max.
He
Mad
got a
Max.
ninja sword, too. That's pretty cool shit right there.
Yeah, everybody needs.
Did you like that show, Carson?
It was all right.
'Cause I know
said,
Chad
was
picks some pretty fucked up shows.
Watching it once they announced it.
Everybody says Daybreak's really great. Carson no sells it.
Yeah, he knows
It
sold
was
that
good.
shit. He knows sold that like
He's like the Legion of Doom over there. No selling
Carson,
at Daybreak.
Carson,
Everybody
what about
says
this
it's good.
I think Real Comic Book Talk had the perfect guilty pleasure show for the
Charmed.
WBUP in there, and that was the Charmed original.
Charm.
Oh my God! Like I think me and my brother ended up watching that entire series one time. Like it's
And a
and if
doctor
you watch
and
it
some
looking
more.
back, like it's so bad. The special effects make your head hurt, but for some reason it was just good enough. You want to keep watching the entire series, at least back in the day.
Fire is
Some-
great.
How about that NWA Power guilty pleasure?
Oh yeah, that is an underrated. I love me some
Guilty pleasure is Modern
Ricky
Men.
Morton,
Modern
Robert Gibson. Hey, Chad, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, they finally won. They're the 9-time NWA tag team champs,
They
man.
won the tag
Holy
title.
shit.
My guilty pleasure is that Bear Island reads a list show.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, you want to talk about YouTube shows? Chad's guilty pleasure is watching the Amish Man on
Oh
Yeah.
God!
All right.
Just,
I did
just
think
give him a
it was
taste. Just give him a taste. Not too much, though. What do you got,
Do it.
Carson?
What here? This is almost this terrible mic drop show, but I'll just throw it out there to get a pop from the chat. Pamela Anderson's VIP.
The girl, so the short redheaded girl lives in my town.
Damn.
Wow.
There's probably a lot of short redheaded girls who live in
No,
here.
no. She was on that show. She was
I'm like a Pittsburgh ginger.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
she was on that show. She lives in this town. Her and like literally, she's like a recluse. She like doesn't leave her house. Nothing. Nobody sees her.
His acting career went down the toilet after
Like she did VIP, and she was like, "Fuck it, I'm done." After that, I mean, my career is over. How can I not go higher?
Chris Barrett says house, which I would like to say that. Oh, it's not meningitis. Like, oh, is it MRSA? I think it's MRSA. No, it's not MRSA. It's like the show is like
it was good.
This guy's not dying of before they find out that it's a rare thing that is so similar to the first thing they thought of. Every episode's the goddamn same, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. That's good shit, pal.
That's good shit, pal. Jesus.
Try out one show that was on Fox that was kind of like the X-Files with the parallel universes.
Fringe.
Yeah, that's it.
That show was awesome.
That was a real good show. That show got hurt because of the writer's strike as well.
It did.
Yeah, we watched. Me and my wife
But
watched
that show was freaking great. Pacey from Dawson's Creek. He was
That's
good.
right. Yeah. Oh, Joshua Jackson. That was him.
The House
Mighty Ducks is Joshua Jackson.
House of Five. What a Party of Five.
Charlie Duck.
Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth.
Quack,
I love
quack,
that
quack.
movie. Let's have a whole show about the Mighty Ducks.
Let's do it. I will. Let's watch all 3 Mighty Ducks movies.
Yes.
Do we have to watch 3 though?
Yes, we have to. We have to
I would
descend
rather
into
watch
madness.
part 2 and part 3 than part 1 any day.
Really? In part 3, I think you literally get to see Emilio Estevez walk in the set with a cup of coffee, and that's his.
Campy and so
Yeah, but he
bad.
saved the day.
Why they're fantastic.
Oh, that's
All
at the school. That one's good.
Mhm.
I am pulling something up for everybody. My 2 guilty pleasures when I'm feeling really down and I want to get inspired by oh shit,
Debbie Does Dallas.
something.
Debbie Does Dallas. Classic.
Oh God.
Not that I've ever seen that stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's just classic. I mean,
Yeah,
Porky's. Remember
I've
Porky's?
never
That
seen
was classic. Porky's.
Porky's was classic. Porky's 2 is not.
Oh my god! All right, you guys ready to see one of my guilty pleasures?
What do you got, man?
No. Are we gonna get kicked off the air?
Probably.
No, we're not. Unless like
I don't know if I trust him.
Anyway, what
I'm-
is the
Click
show?
it, click it, click it, click it.
unless Legend kicks us off, that's the only way this can happen. Okay, got it. Ready? Here it is.
Oh no.
You know what this is, Carson.
Not this one. Oh shit! This is old. 2013. Oh my God.
This is the Amish man.
You remember this cat? The cat remembers this. It's not live.
Today, I have a good haul, an Amishman haul. I think the King Joe of Pennsylvania. For the Amish, Pennsylvania. The Amish haul of King Joe. And for bringing the Amish one to life. First, I have to show you something really good. New 52, then hardcover. 1, 2, 3. It's hard. It's hard. No.
That's fucking classic.
Amish hardcover. Justice League from the pages of the Justice League. New 52 Shazam. Look on the back cover. It's hard on the back cover.
It's hard on the back cover.
Dude, yeah. Go back in time, find that video. We're going to put it on the Comic Core Facebook page. I know I'm Carson. I'm called this going into business for myself. But hey, man, classic video. Check it out. The Amish man, yeah. The most uncomfortable small straw fucking hat. Cat, you remember that brought back memories, Cat. Good times.
Oh God, I almost forgot that thing was a thing.
I'm
That's
glad
amazing.
Someone
Amish
finally
people sound Irish.
The whole video,
It was a Jamaican Amish dude.
He sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. Man, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, real Amish sound like they're Irish for some
Oh,
reason.
that's great shit,
He's
man.
got it. Legend's got this other video. It's the very first ever pop-up shop.
Oh yeah,
And-
it really is.
And it is probably one of the funniest things I've ever watched.
God, it was 2012. That was Bobby Lee and his shotgun deals. I used to have the mask. I don't know if I still have the mask anywhere, but it's classic.
And he talks about his shotgun for a little bit. But the problem when you try to watch Legends channel, it's all commercials because he's kind of like a big thing. You know what I mean?
Monetization.
I click on those ads all the time, and I am going to share this one because it's spectacular with
Oh
you guys.
fuck, you got it pulled up.
Of course, it's on my favorites.
Yeah.
Here it is. Share audio.
Deals.
Jamaican.
You're making me crazy.
Here it is, guys.
My name is
Uh-oh.
And it's part 1 of 2, people. You can watch part 2 as well. It's out there somewhere.
I'm here, my friends. I'm here to help my cousin, Jim Howard, sell some of his merchandise. My name is Bobby Lee, and this is my trusty shotgun. Sometimes I wield it up high. Sometimes I wield it down low. Bobby Lee. That's the now, first, on the table, people.
Hey man, this is some, I don't know, man, this is old vulgar shit here. But look at that. That's a fucking pop-up shop there.
That's a lot.
Now, what
Harmony,
I will
Logitech.
say-
Hey man, you still got that Oblivion strategy guide?
Dude, I don't know if I have it anymore, dude.
Oh man, you still got that 360 type pad?
Dude, all of that shit sold, I think.
You gotta go live.
Get that Halo 2.
Look at me real quick. Real fast.
X-Men Legends.
X-Men Legends. Fuck.
I know I should have never sold that, dude.
Remember those Burger King games for like $2?
Yeah, dude, I got all them Burger King games, dude. They were
He's
horrible.
gonna shoot. He's gonna literally shoot the gun.
Real shotgun fans. Don't look at the orange tip. Just focus on the bullets, the cartridges.
Ready to go. Cock it back. Cock another back. And then you fire.
Whoa.
Yes. Lee rolls.
That's classic though. And then further in that video, it's kind of like a southern kind of trailer park voice, but then it starts turning into Cat Williams midway through.
And you guys, I'm gonna actually put those links in the description.
Yeah, those are fun.
And there is one more while you guys talk. I'll find the video.
All right. So,
What are we supposed to talk about?
I came up with another show in my
What?
mind. A show that I'm pretty sure that is going to crack Carson up.
Oh shit.
So, we're all Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans here, correct?
Yes, we are.
Well, way back when a little Catherine Figures was watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, of course, she felt a little left out because there weren't any female turtles.
Mhm.
Incoming,
I was
the
on to watch
next mutation.
Oh God!
The Ninja Turtles.
Carson's barfing in his mouth up there.
I don't care what anyone
Got
said.
heartburn.
Because yes, it is campy as hell. Yes, the special effects are super bad now and super dated. But not only did it give us our first female turtle in the form of Venus, aka
Hashtag Jenica. Hashtag not my turtle.
hashtag Jenica is not my turtle. Hashtag F Jenica. I'm saying it right now to everyone. But they
You guys heard it right here.
paired
Cat
up.
wants to F that female turtle. If that doesn't spell ratings, I don't know what will.
Paired up.
Awesome! We just finally
Power
got it. We
Ranger.
broke the
Hold
third.
up.
Dr. Manhattan can't beat the turtles. That's straight from Anthony.
One.
Real
Yes.
couple talk.
Hashtag Venus is my turtle. Hashtag Carson already knows that I got a commission of Venus and the artist made fun of me as I was getting that commission and he ridiculed me mercilessly over it. But it's a gorgeous commission. I'm not going to
Did you
lie.
pay for it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you paid for that too.
Gorgeous.
You also
It was
paid for the judgment.
gorgeous.
Damn.
He was a cool guy too. The artist, he was really cool.
Mhm. That's good shit.
Making fun of me for picking that
Are
turtle.
in the shell. Comic Man Andy says the tits are in the shell.
Only way to do it.
I really wanted to like that
I
show.
don't care what anyone says. I love that show.
Hard to watch.
That is my childhood right there. Bad 90s show is my childhood. Can't tell, and it's amazing.
Ninja Turtles 3 was the nail in the coffin for the
Time travel.
that show was like just the dirt pushed onto the grave for me. I'm sorry.
Dude, they paired up with the Power Rangers. We have
It
that.
was a Power Ranger show with turtles in it.
It was amazing.
Hey, no one beats the turtles, man. Real comic book talk says no one beats the turtles.
I'm pretty sure it just took place in what valley did Power Rangers take place in? Wherever that show.
That little valley, that little grove, wasn't it something?
Yeah,
grove?
Angel Grove. There you go.
Angel
Yeah, but
Grove.
Turtles, whatever that show was called, basically it took place in Angel Grove.
The sewers of Angel Grove.
Skulls and Bones, or whatever those two losers.
Oh, Vulcan Skull.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one.
Oh, dude, if you go back and actually rewatch the old Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Bulk and Skull may have been the first YouTubers.
Oh, snap! Really, they were on YouTube, eh?
If you actually rewatch it, they had a
Salute Your Shorts classic.
They had a whole vlog series. Oh God.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh,
That's a shotgun deal right here. Holy shit! Let's play this.
oh,
Off the screen.
play it.
Carter Lee shouting out, salute your shorts. Good.
A bit much?
Ow.
You okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Still want to try it?
That's a throwback.
You want to see the welt that thing left me? Because it was huge.
Yeah, I got to see the scar. Yeah.
Military grade shotgun. That thing, if honestly, because you don't see in the video, but there is a SWAT officer that's standing behind me. You don't see him that much in the video. He's 6'7", huge man. Huge man, solid muscle. And I was thrown back and I slammed right into him. And he said he stood behind me because he knew I was going to be thrown back shooting that because I was so little.
Oh,
But I ended up with a huge welt right there that was on me for a couple months. And it was not fun, especially since that was summer right after that.
Tank top season.
Swimsuit season.
See Woodard 19 in the chat with a fantastic show.
That video.
I think you were 17.
What, that Fantastic Four movie?
Right after that.
Nah, Pete and Pete. The Adventures of Pete and Pete Adventures.
I love that
I was
show.
17 or 18 in that video.
I used to have to watch that Snick block, the Saturday Night Nickelodeon block. And I'm like, God, I hope they air a new episode of Pete and Pete. And they barely ever did. But when they aired, it was kind of like, in wrestling terms, Saturday Night Main Event, when they canned Saturday Night Live for a week and they had Saturday Night's Main Event, it felt special. When Nickelodeon had a new episode of Pete and Pete on the air, it was special, and it was always a great show.
After Saturday Night's Main Event, one of my favorite shows was watching Gemini whipping that ass on Gladiators. Gladiators, Gemini. He was my favorite. He was like the old stalwart of that show, man. Gemini, the best.
And now all the Nickelodeon shows are coming out in the chat. Chris Brett says Legends of the Hidden Temple, another classic. Carter Lee mentioned Hey Dude. And
Hey Dude.
So that's a whole different genre in itself. And then Guts.
How about that Double Dare? Remember Double Dare?
Double Dare.
Oh,
it's pouring rain outside.
Yeah, it is.
Not here, it's not.
There's so many good shows, but I think they just don't ever see the light of day, or they get canceled, or they're gone way too soon. But a lot of these shows, you can find them now on all the streaming apps and things like that. So the shows we talked about tonight, you can go back and try to find them and watch them on the rewind and have a damn good time. Ain't that right, Kat?
Mm-hmm. You really can. And it doesn't really matter what kind of individual you are. There's a little bit for everyone in all these shows.
Yep.
You're bound to find something that is just fantastic.
And if you don't find anything out in the shows, you can always just turn on the Comic Core because we going live Monday through Friday. Ain't that right, Chad?
Yeah, dude, I'm sitting here going through these old videos,
I put
and
all those videos. All those
I
videos.
found one which, like,
Dancing lobsters. Chris Barrett, the dancing lobster.
like this guy. You want to talk about somebody that has changed his appearance? Like, I mean, I'm gonna pay you a compliment, Drew.
No God.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh God.
You look really.
Hey, you guys know that I
you look-
invented the preview video, the new comic book day preview video. I invented it. You can go back and watch my original
Drew, you
preview
look-
videos. There are like 20 views on them from like 3 years ago.
When I show this video, dude, you look like you're 30 years younger now.
I looked homeless back then. Oh, I'm going to Walgreens.
Go on the wall. It seems.
Oh, you're not going to be able to see me in this video. Yeah, I had the thing about toy hunting is there's so many cheesy songs playing. You gotta mess with them.
Hey, it's Thor.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't have much of a beard in that one.
No, but man, like,
you gotta go older.
I mean,
You just need a little body up top.
Got that Jerry Cantrell hair.
The bottom looks great.
Hair right there.
So a little bit of body.
and
I got really
then
thin hair.
moose
Like
or
my hair is
something.
very fine. It doesn't.
Moose or something.
Yeah,
Dude,
it does
That's
not
that
stand
boy
up.
no grade. Fine, very fine.
Paul Mitchell thicken up in there. And just kind of like zhuzh it.
I wasn't zhuzhing, Kat. The whole process of looking like a hobo was to spend as little time on my appearance as possible.
And take your blow dryer and then
I didn't have a blow dryer.
directly that way.
How many men do you think
And
own
then
blow dryers?
flip it upside
Really?
down and then blow dry it the other way. Your hair is going to look completely different.
Oh, I'm sure. My hair looks fantastic sometimes.
In a nutshell, go to.
It looked good. Just it needed a little volume up top.
No,
All it
it did
needed.
not look good. It was
It
what
did
I
not
looked
look
like.
bad. It did not look bad.
There were definitely
It just needed
some
a little volume.
there are definitely some older videos than that.
Next time we should try a leaf blower.
Zhuzh.
yeah, I mean, I wish I could find the other one. I can't find it. It's really upsetting to me right now.
Dude, that's Drew, the old school Drew right there.
First comic video ever.
I'm trying to find the Hulk smash video.
Hulk
Oh,
yeah.
It's very deep, like it should
It's
be.
the best video ever.
I'm not.
Well, hey guys, we've been on
Buried
here for
real
about an
deep
hour.
under my liked videos.
We got to save some
I
stuff
love
for
that
tomorrow
video.
night.
You know what's underrated? WCW Monday Nitro, and you know who was on that?
I
Man
do.
on stage.
Hogan was on that.
Yeah, hot dogs.
It was
Vampire-
it was simply the lead in to Thunder in Paradise. We all
And
know.
Vampire. Oh, I gotta go.
Sting.
Tape